Hello everyone. So today we are going to look into the CI/CD tool called Jenkins actually on Windows platform. So as we know, Jenkins is a very widely used CI/CD tool which is used for build, test, and deploy the automation scripts for deploying any project to the pipelines basically there. So that really automates the project and makes our life easier instead of doing manual builds every time for the project. When we use Jenkins, then the build automation really helps us in deploying the code to the uh, pipeline, and by that way we can achieve the automation there. So now we are going to see how we can install and configure Jenkins on the Windows platform. So let's go to the website for Jenkins, from where we have to download the distribution for Jenkins. So there are several distributions available on the Jenkins website, but for now we are going to look into the Windows distribution for that, and we have selected Windows distribution there. So it has now started the download, as you can see here, and it takes a few seconds to download the entire Jenkins distribution on the machine. And once the distribution is downloaded, we are going to install the Jenkins standalone server on the Windows machine. So the download is completed. So now let's go to uh, the Jenkins executable, and let's install the Jenkins standalone server. So by default it takes the same path, so we can keep it as it is. And here we can run it as a service with the same account and password. So that also we can try out. So let's for now go ahead with the flow. And by default it takes 8080 as the port, which is configured. So port is also available there. Let's click on next. And one basic condition for installing the Jenkins server is actually it needs the JDK 17 or JDK 21. So either of these JDK you should be having installed on your machine previously, and then only the Jenkins server will work. So my machine has JDK 21, so we will use JDK 21 for this installation steps. So let's move with this, and let's click install. So now it is going to install the uh, the installation is finished now. So now we can go to the server, where localhost. So once I have installed, it basically goes directly to the login page, and where you have to type in, because I have previously created this username admin. So that's why it is allowing me to log in to the Jenkins console for that. So here I can show you few more things, basically, that once we installed the Jenkins server, so how does the Jenkins console look like basically. So this is actually the system related configuration where we can have for the Jenkins server. So this is mostly related with how the where the Jenkins data would reside, how the basically Jenkins internally actually manages the data. So system related properties basically related with Jenkins is where you can find under system. By default, it takes the localhost 8080 port for that, and these are the different sections where we can configure the required values as and when required. So uh, this is about the tools actually. So tools, when we say like Jenkins, as we know, is a CI/CD tool. So the project build and other configurations like Maven build or Gradle build, the JDK installations which are needed for the project to build, test, and deploy. So here, all the configuration we can configure for those required tools and the software. So Git also installation we have to specify here Gradle, and so everything you will find here under the tool section basically here. So another important section which is used for the Jenkins server is the plugins actually. So these are all the available plugins which are already when we installed the Jenkins. So these are all the available plugins. So in all, Jenkins has around 1800 plugins. Support is there by default when we install the Jenkins. So out of these 1800 tools, whichever is needed to you based on your requirement, so that plugin you can search from here, like for example anything of this sort, or the name which you know about the plugin. So you can just type in the name, and if the plugin is available, it will show up here. This is the section which is actually the installed plugins. So these are all the plugins which are already installed on the Jenkins server when we installed the Jenkins distribution uh, for the first time actually. So there is a long list of what all different plugins Jenkins has installed during the setup and configuration of the Jenkins. So this is about the basics of how Jenkins server can be installed and can be configured. So in the next video, we are going to create a pipeline on the Jenkins server and use that pipeline for the deployment of our project.